In one of my previous videos, I kind of touched on the topic of National Socialism, also known as the Nazis. I probably should go a little bit into this topic and explain what my stand is towards this kind of right-wing extremism. I think they are fucking stupid. And I even can explain this with the rise of the Nazis in the first place in Germany, previously to World War II. National Socialism, as the name pretty much says with the whole nation thingy in it, is very much focused off your very own nation. And in an extreme degree, which Nazis represent, it goes so far that you become racist and anti-Semitic, and in the Third Reich they even went one step further, as if this wouldn't have been already enough, and also were against any kind of genetic dysfunction like cripples or handicapped people were also hunted down and killed because the Aryan race should be clean and shit. This is all very extreme, this is all very hateful towards other people, and it pretty much represents what kind of mental state you have to be in to go this way. And if you think back about the time when the Second World War started, Germany was pretty much fucked. They were the losers of World War I. Economy was going down. Everything in Germany sucks. Also, there was this understanding that they had been backstabbed by their government and they were really butthurt at this moment. And then there comes this guy who says, "Hey guys, we would have won. You are devastated and I can give you reason to live again." And the German public was desperate. They really needed anything to hold on to, anything to look forward to. And if there is a crazy Austrian who gives them somebody to blame and gives them the spirit to fight back, yes, they didn't know what else to do. It was more or less a mass hysteria that they went along with it. And when the whole thing got momentum, they were not able to jump off the train, and they did one of the less graceful human things and started to lie to themselves. They started to be like, everything is right, this is the right thing, it has to go, and so on. But this was back then with a nation which was broken and which was desperate. Now, what about modern age Nazis? What about modern age right-wing extremists? They are fucking stupid most of the time. They are a bunch of people who have problems, who probably have really, really big issues and have the need to feel strong. And how do they do this? They join a group with an enemy you can point towards, like the Jewish people, the Foreigners, everybody. You can point at everybody because you are a Nazi. And everybody who is not a Nazi, everybody is an enemy. And so you have this community. You have this feeling of community, as twisted as this might sound. And in this community, you feel appreciated, and when you beat up a few weaker ones, probably in a group, because if Nazis would be strong as individuals, they would not have the need to join this group of lunatics. So they are probably all rather weak individuals, except maybe the people on top, even so I guess they still have their own complexes. Because I consider that most leading members of right-wing parties are probably rather smart, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to play the masses of stupid followers so well that they can organize political events and everything. So the guys on top must be smart. But then again, as in all modesty, a smart person myself, I wonder, how can anybody who is smart go along with stupid ways like blaming others for your own misery and not taking responsibility and just spreading hate? You have to see that this cannot work out in the long term. At least not as long you are not out for conquering the world, Adolf Hitler style. But I guess if somebody would try this nowadays, the other people would not stand by and let it happen like they did during World War II. This time people would act, at least America, as little as I approve of their tendency to join in wars they are not really part of, they would not stand by when there would be a second Adolf Hitler. So it wouldn't happen again, but there are still Nazis who still do this shit, and the leaders probably have their issues as well. They probably need this kind of control, this kind of feeling of empowerment by manipulating and playing all those little dumb idiots who join the course of Nazis just so they can feel better about themselves because their own life sucks, and being part of this group makes them feel good about themselves for once. Or they are just really power hungry, ruthless, I don't know, idiots. They can't be idiots because I just stated they are the smart guys, but it is another level of idiocracy to go after power, to make getting power and control your highest goal in life. I mean, this is one of the human drives, I admit this, but it nevertheless is a rather stupid drive. You should rather go for enjoying your life instead of going and making other people miserable to feel less miserable about yourself. But yeah, this is pretty much my understanding of Nazis. They are a bunch of really pathetic losers who come together to feel better about themselves as a group and who channel all their disappointment towards other probably easy victims, and who are led by probably smart people who either have their own issues or who are just manipulative bastards for the heck of it. I am ANY, opinion counts.